Oh, as I'm wondering about the Rapture place, place dedicated to be completely uncontrollable and, I would say, completely uncontrolled capitalism in its most, you could say, almost the most ruthless and power-hungry form they could ever be. I was probably wondering that it's really interesting to know when you notice things like, well, Andrew Bryan being what he is, a greedy sociopath, more or less. Oh yeah. You don't like being facing somebody like a big daddy. Well, spider splicer. You are dead. And I'm taking your stuff.
David, you think I was like
I don't think anything about you, little pest. I wonder why I can't. Oh, it must be one of some of those tonics I used, which make price of becoming more effective using drill, with the caveat of making you unable to use any other of your weapons. Interesting design choice. Not to say anything about that, but let's just buy some of these nice things. Of course, plasmid slots are very handy. They have always need. I am much more about buying all these cheaper stuff from the vending machines. Oh, I don't actually. I don't use plasmids so much, so that wasn't so handy. And while I'm at it, well, let's just get more gene slots. They are just so handy to have. Oh yeah, the game seems. But no, I was rambling about the capitalism and control and all that. Is that it's really strange when you look at it that yeah, of course, that the
Alright, there's one. Clobber the big palooka and grab the sister.
yeah, I might, but first I will let it mangle all the splicers. Luckily the electric bolt seems to stun him for slightly, giving me more opportunities to... Ouch, that hurt. Come on, boy. I think I beat him down. Elite bouncer. Sorry, girl.
Always safe with Daddy.
and it's really creepy, although in a sense also adorable, of the fact that when you can. Oh well, there's more. And of course take a creepy photo of corpses. It's the fact that well, when you think about doing things cheap, you would assume that a government which basically is everything not, or whether say strives to be not uncapitalistic, is actually very much into cutting expenses when it's once it in its technologies, which of course in the quite longer run leads to one of the worst industrial disaster, or better say worst any disaster, discounting those kind of disasters in which are happen because somebody else is disagreeing on you, which is say military disasters.
This angel's all done now. Yay!
She's fresh.
We're gonna be together again, Daddy.
Yes, we are, and these guys are gonna
Parties.
are gonna find themselves in a grave. What the hell? Funny physics glitch or something that which exploded him around the world. Let's use these. And I think these spider splicer remains have. Yeah, they got the first aid kits. That's quite handy. Although I'm whipping out the body parts. Yeah. Well, or what was I rambling about? Yeah, the expenses thing that Soviet government, which basically was very anti-capitalist in its economics, went to cut expenses with very high-tech technology, which of course led to horrifying amount of disaster. While in capitalist societies they made much more stringent standards about safety and all that kind of stuff. Mostly because they knew that the nuclear technology is very potent, but as in many other things which can be potent, are dangerous. And this Rapture seems to follow that kind of thing, that the extremely potent technology of Adam is actually used quite much like you could say that the Soviets made use of nuclear technology with the cheapest methods of production and all that kind of things to somehow make it so because hey, the places of profit are here. There's nothing to be really. Oh, a data file.
Park. Lamb mocks me in the naming of this place. She knows precisely how I feel about this celebration of unconscious art. The artist reflects the world as it ought to be, not as it is damned to be by some spasm of the lower mind. I shall not censor. The park is Lamb's property. However, if the case we are building against her proves true, I will return with a sledgehammer.
And it sounds very much, which was already apparent at the first BioShock, is that Andrew Ryan, despite all his bluster about freedom and all that nonsense, actually it's in a sense it's not nonsense, but all his ramblings about all kinds of things, he had very severe difficulties in following his own ideals about capitalism, art and all that. And that is of course not surprising at all when you look at things at the longer run. Well, there's one place, but I ran down through this place before. Most likely I have. So let's just little system. Let's go.
Adam is here.
Yep. And there it is.
What doesn't sunshine mean angels?
That's Sander Cohen. That's reportedly quite fucking difficult thing to play, according to those who actually know better about piano playing. Where the hell are you? Have you heard of drills? There's plenty of leadhead splicers, not so much thug splicers. Let's go. But luckily Alpha Subject Delta has the talent of Big Daddy Tackle. I think that should be the official name for that technique. Big Daddy Tackle. And of course those fucking maniacs broke down the get going, sis. Subject Delta may be obsessively towards one sister.
That's me there. I confronted Stanley. Said I'd tell Mother what he had done. He panicked. Took me away and sold me to an orphanage. I tried to fight back. I remember biting his hand, but... Father, he's the reason I was turned into a little sister.
That's, in a sense, interesting emotional manipulation from the player, as well. You could still see that I don't think Johnny Topside would be the.
Now, you were just a deep-sea explorer with iron cojones, pal. The public gave it a nickname, but Ryan was sure you were a spook, so his people locked you up, erased your damn name. Goodbye, Johnny Topside. Hello, Subject Delta.
I do have quite an understanding, because, well, but then again, when you look about how long.
When all this is over and we're divvying up Rapture's bounty, you and I'll be holding court on a private island, son. Think of it, each world power on bended knee, holding a bouquet made of money.
Well, Sinclair say.
The girls you've saved from Mother want to thank you. Check the Gatherer's Garden.
Well, the spear gun seems to be some kind of. It seems to be some kind of sniper weapon, but of course in video games sniper rifles and all that things tend to be much shorter range things than usual, because in these kind of conditions you most likely would submachine gun would perhaps to be seeing how Rapture is, would most likely be the best weapon to carry in Rapture. Or maybe shotgun or submachine gun. And but as I look about the timeline of, I did some checking out about how long Rapture's been around. Thank you, sisters. Yep, faster way to get Little Sisters being faster. That's good. It's not the most, and more gin tonic slots, because hey, why not get them? They are handy. And all right. Well, let's just get more of these basic passive buffs, mostly because I like passive buffs. They are much handier than the, well, what to say, I like them more. They feel more functional than the active buffs. Although, let's get also these Eve upgrade and tonic slots, just because, hey. And also security command, that would be active machinery. But yeah, quick hack, very handy. While I'm at it also, just because, hey, getting all the upgrades is very handy. Oh, but well, I was rambling about the Johnny Topside. I don't think, well,
Adam is Rapture Delta, the finest minds of paradise in a single sublime mosaic. Eleanor, consider the genius you deny her with every stolen drop.
I think Sophia Lamb is a very severe case of projecting your own hopes and desires on your own children, or we'll say on your own children. Not the most sane or rational or responsible method of doing things, as much as I can say. But these are always very necessary and handy. What is there rumbling about? Money, of course. Money is good. Money keeps the world economy of the world running about. Yep. Got that thing running, being on my side again. And who in hell would leave coffee to ashtray? Because it's the... I already got into enlisted services.
There she is. Little Tyke wants to be in pictures. Real cute. Now get rid of the muscle and deal with her.
a couple of spiders and Houdinis there. Oh, it's interesting that the splicers fight each other as well. Maybe, I don't know, is that some sort of programming glitchery or some sort of pre-programmed show of how them doing things. You're out. Rocket spear. Well, better put a lot of these trap rivets to this place. And a couple of proximities as well. Say hello. Oops, wrong plasmid. Oh, damn it. Oh yeah, slugs. Say hello to my drill and you pest. Where the hell are you? And the money doesn't seem to be as much of a problem in this one than in the previous one. And I do my best to show it. And of course in the original BioShock there was also a very similar mission. And it still is quite clear that the drill is very powerful indeed. No reason to deny that. But it seems also to have that quite much of a problem with eating your ammo like something. Eating ammo like, sucking through your ammunition reserves like a, well, there's one. Do your work, little lady. Oh, and now she's actually gathering stuff quite fast. Yeah. Oh, damn, you're right. This is a gun. Being in a bit of a hard place. Come on, lady. Let's go. They should stop the spawning of the bastards. Except of those who of course have already spawned. Any more? This must have been some sort of theater or something. Might explain why there's so much. Oh, thank you for having. And judging by well, I'm not judging by anything. And I would still find the Sophia Lamb's obsessiveness and the fact that I find her to be completely batshit crazy. There's nothing about that, which does not say she's batshit fucking insane. Well, practically everybody in Rapture is that, but she's very much so. And there are also the basic film canisters or film reel. You're dead. I'm certain that its death was fast but painful.
The genius of Sophia Lamb is a thing of empathy, a profound moral sense. I can only describe her as a kind of secular saint. But dividing her loyalty evenly across the world at large spreads it so thin as to be invisible to some. Love, I have found, is beneath her. Naturally, Ryan arrested her, gave her to Sinclair to incarcerate somewhere. But upon her escape, she took the city and changed my life forever.
Well, I guess the corpse is up here now. Is there the health station here? I really hope so. Mostly because Delta is in quite bad shape. Well, there's the corpse station. Oh, a camera. You're out. More spiders. Come on, bots. Finish it up. You're dead. Good. I don't like your kind. Trap rivets. Lots of handy stuff. And it's still quite unpleasant to think how actually insanely paranoid and violent place this Rapture is.
Sisters are getting older, which is troubling. As they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral. Worse, the Adam they ingest contains traces of lethal plasmids left over from the war. The splicers are becoming far more effective predators as well. Our big daddies are falling left and right. Perhaps the elder sisters could be trained to sniff out the lost Adam and reclaim it for us. Yes, from what I've seen, they certainly wouldn't have to wait for the culprit to die.
Okay. Oh, damn, miss. Yeah. Gil Alexander's perceptions about splicers becoming more effective in preying on little sisters, which in a sense has very disturbing implications about how it sounds. Well, which is how I am quite certain it's completely intentional from the makers to make them sound like some creepy sexual predators, which they most likely might count as. more.
At last, we have our Judas. One of my own people has been feeding Ryan evidence of my activities, and now I am to be detained. As a religion, they merely monitored us, but as a commune, they would see us crucified. And yet, though he will be the last to see it, Andrew Ryan has already lost the people. Wherever I am sent, Rapture will follow.
That Blazer appears spawned out of completely nonsensical location. You are a horribly deformed person. Do not think yourself any fair in fucking oh shit, they got me down. That dancing couple of splicers is just that kind of little creepy thing which makes BioShock to have real distinct and lasting memory of about its enemies. Now I had a little idea. It's about Sophia Lab. She plans to raise, or has raised, Eleanor to be completely selfless and some sort of messianic figure with using of Adam and all that. But
With me gone, Father, Stanley just let Mother's followers turn into animals. When word came that she was returning, he knew they would blame him. So he found a way to silence them all. And now he's trying to cover it up.
That's it. Now all that old dirt stays underground, and Lamb will be none the wiser. Hey, come on back. I've unlocked the train for you. But remember, if Lamb catches you, mum's the word.
well, that's bad. But now as I think about it,
Delta, our conflict of interest seems to be upsetting Eleanor. For her sake, I have made it clear to these men that you are not to suffer. I accept full responsibility for any anger you may experience before you die.
whatever she's claiming, she is not.
Doc Lamb's turning up the heat, Chief. Head on back to the train station. Let's hit the trail.
Oh, yeah, there she is. The big sister's coming. I intend to put it out of her misery. They are scary. And they are presented really well. That she is screaming, they make it just so magnificent that they just... Now where did she pop up? There she is. Didn't expect me to use... You might be a sister. But you learned all your tricks from me, from my kind. Oh yeah, she wrecked it. I wouldn't expect anything less from her. About as filled with holes as anything can boast. Don't even think about it, Tess. I'm gonna tear you apart. I really didn't know that it could gather, it would eat corpses to get its health back. So Poole was a corrupt ass, and he went to the murder every crazy fucker just to make it so. But Eleanor Lamb's plan to make, or let's say Sophia Lamb's plan to make Eleanor a completely selfless messianic figure. Alright, that's quite crazy. But if she's a psychologist, she should notice that the complete lack of selfishness, complete lack of selfishness is a bad thing. It makes you very easily manipulated by somebody who is not like that. Like somebody like, well, Frank Fontaine-like characters of much more corrupt personalities. So her plan was flawed from the beginning, and it certainly is not being handled any better. And now she's sending her insane cult members to attack somebody who actually might be a bit less selfish than she, or self-centered.
I have known for years of Stanley's betrayal here, and had forgiven him. But in compromising Eleanor now, he seals his fate. You see, it was Stanley who turned you into Ryan. He is responsible for what you have become. The security booth is open now. You may have your revenge.
I got you, but let me
Jesus. Lamb knew? And she just let me hang myself out the... Oh, God. No. Come on, pal. The train's ready. Just let me live.
I don't think I need to go and kill him. Mostly because there's probably somebody else coming to kill him.
Lamb broke out, and she's coming back. Wow. Okay, didn't see that coming, but okay. That is gonna be. What am I gonna do? And I've heard a lot of these people down here talking. Some of them I know saw the thing with
Mother's not lying this time, Father. He really did it. To both of us.
I just settled to glare at him. Mostly because Delta, having more or less completely lost his memory, cannot have any emotional feeling about that, about how corrupt that guy is. It might be just, you know, somebody will kill him, or at least the fact that he's gonna be trapped here will kill him.
I swear it wasn't personal, okay? Don't, please.
Delta is sentient, yes, but he is not a completely created. And it's time to end this episode right here. See you next time. See ya.